But one thing you can guarantee with pretty much every trophy list is that they always contain that one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
The You've Got Red on You trophy in Days Gone requires you to collect 541 items from human corpses. Now, this is done by first killing the human enemies that you see in the game, and then walking up to their body and pressing square to loot their corpse. Now, the problems with this trophy and what makes it bullshit are, for firstly, that there are far fewer human enemies in the game than the Freakers, which are the zombies in the Days Gone world. So you will have to kill a lot and loot every single person you come across. Some corpses may have more than one item, so it's not a case of you need to kill 541, but you'll still have to kill quite a lot of enemies to get this trophy, and you definitely want to keep your eye on this trophy from the beginning of the game, because if you don't, well, that's where it becomes even more bullshit. You see, because when you get to the end of the game, in the end game, there's far less human enemies, because by that point you've probably already cleared out a lot of the camps and a lot of the side missions, so you're not going to come across as many humans as normal. So that means you'll be in for an even longer, tedious grind if you don't have it by the time you complete the story. Fuck's sake. The fact that it's 541 as well is also bullshit, because that's just a shitload. So this is definitely a trophy to keep in mind when you start the story mode, and if you do it as you're going through and you're very conscientious about getting them, it does get easier as you go through the story, as when you start off you'll find that you're constantly being full of inventory items, so you can't actually pick them up, and that's another problem you have with this game, because it's not enough to just loot the corpse. If you can't actually carry the items that they have, and you get like a scrap inventory full, or a medikit, or bandage inventory full, or a rag inventory full message, or any of those kinds, then that item won't count because you haven't technically looted it. So what that means is you then have to piss about going into your menu to just either use one of those items that you're full of, or just waste items to make more of something else to free up some slots so you can then pick up the item off the fucking corpse. It, for me, really slowed the game down, as I was constantly going in and out, trying to use rags, trying to use cocktails or medikits or whatever else it wanted me to fucking use up so I could pick up things. Sterilizers, I was always seeing that message full, and scrap as well, that was another one that was always fucking full. It's just a pain in the arse. But as you go on with the game, you unlock more items anyway, more bombs you can make, more cocktail types, more weapon types, more health packs and pills that you can do. So there are more items added to the mix that could be on corpses, but still, it's such a ball ache of a trophy. I think even though I was concentrating on it all the way through my playthrough, I don't think I actually unlocked it until probably halfway through the story, maybe even more further in than that. It was around the time when you check up on Boozer and he's got that new blade for an arm, so that's quite far in, really. Yeah, it's not necessarily a tough trophy, but it does become worse if you're not aware of it in the beginning. Now, luckily, before I started the game, I did have a quick look at a trophy guide online, so I knew this was one to keep an eye on, one to work towards while I was playing. But if I didn't do that, and I just happened to just casually go through, and then I'd probably only have like 200 or so looted items, because I wouldn't have bothered to create items to free up spaces. I would have just left it as it was, and then that would have meant I probably had to do another 200 items off of random enemies throughout the open world when I've got nothing else to do in the game, and that would have pissed me right off. So I do feel like this is a bullshit trophy, really, and for that reason, the You've Got Red on You trophy in Days Gone gets a bullshit trophy rating of
bullshit, 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 bullshit.